All right, let's take a look at stories from Daily Trust, The Independent, Leadership, The Nation newspapers. We're streaming live right now on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Nigeria Info Abuja. That's at Nigeria Info Abuja if that's your choice to go by at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can also get a similar experience if you go on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. That you find to be able to take much of your efforts and just get the best of it, all right? All right, let's go into the paper review for today. Now, from Daily Trust for the 11th day of October 2023, Israel versus Gaza. Netanyahu trying to start another world war. Bolaji Akinyemi speaks on that. Article says, why my SSE certificate has a different name? Passengers rejoice as the government mandates airlines to pay compensation for flight disruptions. IMF, World Bank in Marrakesh return to our common future. Okay, that's from a meeting in Morocco there. Return to our common future. Professor Umaru Shehu, the doctors, there's a story of him from 1930 to 2023. Erosion, major challenge to environment, says minister. Erosion destroys houses, roads in Potiskum. Other stories, envoy says Nigerians in Israel are safe. We're not foreign Muslims, but terrorists. Okay. Nigerian Major General jailed for stealing. IMF cuts growth projection for Nigeria to 2.9%. Okay, so just some of those stories there as we have it this morning. Okay, sticking it up with Daily Trust. Court disqualifies Silva from Bayelsa governorship poll. Obviously as well, U.S. suspends $200 million United States dollars assistance to Niger over coup. Dangote Cement denies 2,500 naira per bag sales promo. AECF launches 8.4 billion naira initiative to empower women. 5.4 million voters to decide Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi governorship polls, according to INEC. NPFL to sanction clubs over time-wasting antics. And there's to find Imo governorship, Labour Party cautions against undermining Obi's directive on Atonu. Record 16.73 trillion naira pension assets by third quarter of 2023. That's the DG. Senate moves to return National Social Investment Program presidency. Financial literacy, key to sustain SMEs. That's according to experts there. In Katsina, rather owes Katsina Community Core as Sirika gets fresh appointments. Federal government urged to restore stability in oil industry. Tinubu's government policies inhuman, says ex-minister Dalu. All right, well, these are just some of the stories in Daily Trust. Now on to the Independent for today. Nigerian newspapers, top stories for today. Okay, according to Independent, you find able to supervise National Social Investment Program, says Senate. Reps probe use of foreign currencies for transactions in Nigeria. Minister contracts on collision course over concrete road. Pan as price of cooking gas hits 1,200 naira per kilogram. Oil theft. Senate probes security agencies, militia groups, and others. Palestine's scramble for safety as Israel pounds Gaza Strip to punish Hamas. Other stories, Njiko, Ndi, Anyoma. Celebration as Anyoma senders mark triple events in Lagos. Scores killed, 300 houses demolished as communal conflicts erupts in Cross River. AKSS schools ends retreat with determination to better their output now. Nigeria and other African countries must build a resilient healthcare system. Police arrest 13 kidnappers, 7 armed robbers, 72 caught in Delta. Keeping up Independent, you'd also find Eden Hazard announces retirement from football at 32. UEFA axes plan to lift under 17 ban on Russia teams. All right, well, there you go. There's also the story on Toby Amusan wins third straight Diamond League in 100 meters order. All right, that's some story there. Just hope that's a recent story. I don't think it is. Now, moving on to Punch newspaper now. Father in court for sexually molesting 2 underage sons. Federal government considering special anti-graft court, says AGF. 18 parties for 5.4 million votes in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa. 2 brothers arraigned killing uncle in Kwara. Bayelsa, Diri mocks APC, Silva appeals disqualification. Forest crisis, Naira plunges to 1,025 Naira to a US dollar. Job losses, factory shutdown loom. Marketers count, federal government insists on fuel subsidy is back. Marketers count the federal government insists fuel subsidy is back. Army General jailed 7 years, ordered to refund 3.7 billion Naira. NECO indicts 93 schools for cheating, blacklist 52 supervisors. Inflation to slow Nigeria's economic growth to 2.9%, says IMF. EFCC arrests 2 suspected internet stars at Scales residence. 2 brothers arraigned for killing uncle in Kwara. Falling truck traps 3 car passengers in Lagos. FRC warns road users against shunning pedestrian bridges. Police claim man wanted for girlfriend's death. 3 killed in Delta communal clash. Police arrest 1. 14-year-old Rivers robbery suspect blames hunger. Tenant landlords feud over goat rearing settled. Right, MMA 2 raises tariffs Hapag and VIP lounge. Presidential panel plans tax court. Kogi governorship now, a court party candidate pledges collaboration on Ajaokuta Steel. Abga ready to reclaim Imo, says Soludo. YOB can't work Tinubu's government, says Labour Party. Kogi election, APC chieftain resigns, party membership endorses a candidate. Moving away from Punch, let's go on to leadership for today. Amid scarcity, liter petrol sells for 700 Naira, 615 Naira in Sokoto, Gombe, and others. NHRC orders all government to implement Mental Health Act. Flood kills 603 Nigerians, displaces 1.3 million in 21 states. Tinubu celebrates Methodist prelate emeritus Makinde at 80. Liberia decides. NEC releases provisional results today. Nigerian gets non-debt revenue, reintroduces new reforms. PwC Media announced winners at Excellence Awards 2023. 120 million won't get your character. TV presenter hits at BB Niger star Ilibaye. Other stories from leadership for today. Court verdict won't derail APC's preparation for Bayelsa Guber polls, is Ganduje. Bayelsa governorship. Lokpobori Leon working with Silva, says APC. Tinubu's certificate saga will trust judiciary to deliver justice. APC North 7 Senator. Kogi 2023, don't fall for strangers, says Tinubu. Well, that's just some of those stories there. UEFA confirms UK, Ireland, Euro 2028 hosts now. Moving on to the last paper for you today. That will be The Nation News for today. IMF growth coming with Tinubu's economic policies. Federal government now to build concrete roads. Israel at war only with Hamas, says envoy. And then you'd also find President directs immediate action plan to combat flooding. Social investment may return to presidency. Investors rating agency positive about Nigeria, says Edun. Army rearrest 3 escapee prisoners, 10 others in 1 week. Federal government begins ensuring 83 million poor and vulnerable Nigerians. Leaders seek global approach to anti-corruption campaign. Generous sentenced to 7 years imprisonment for stealing $2.1 million US dollars and 1.65 billion naira. OIFES, Senate to probe security militia group, where 19 others await results in Liberia's poll. Ogun, Cross River, Zamfara, Adamawa, highest in cholera cases. We'll attend those after stories we can take on 14 as we review the papers, at least 5 papers for today. Do you remember stories were published, and as I did read them out, were from various papers based on their editorial, and we on Nigeria Info were just informing you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
All right, then let's take on your calls. As we take on your calls, we ask of you to follow through with our editorial guide. Your calls need to be devoid of hateful lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as you share with us on Nigeria Info. All right, we plead with you to keep your emotions in check as you also speak to millions and millions are listening to you.
This is Morning Crier.
Streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So go and join us there. And on Twitter is at Nigeria Info Abuja. Instagram is at Nigeria Info FM Abuja. Now on the telephone lines, 0700-951-0000. That's 0700-951-0000. You can also call in on 08095974869. 08095974869. And on WhatsApp, it remains 080-999-301-37. Thanks for joining in and welcome to the show.
Yeah, Femi, good morning.
Good morning to you. Very well, sir.
How is your wife, my brother? This is your name, a good man.
Welcome, good man.
My brother, I greet all Nigerian info and listeners. May God bless all of us and protect us. Kennedy,
yes, sir.
what is happening in the world, not just only Nigeria, what is happening in the world, it is evidence of the prediction and the prophecies that has been given to the world thousands of years ago, during after the birth of Christ. Understand? Let's look at what is happening in Israel and Gaza and other crises over the world, flood and the rest of them. The Bible says that when these things are happening, we should know that the end is near. Understand? I've advised people, some of who knows what I mean, who have been listening to me. The book I read, Heaven is Real. Let's read this book and see that.
Okay, Austin, we get your point. Thank you. Austin, we need to move on. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Yes, good morning. Welcome, Paul.
For Femi, a liter of petrol is over 700 now. The subsidy is back.
Says marketers.
Yes, by marketers. And it's true. True. And then you look at that, a kilo of gas is over 1,000, is 1,200. Everything is skyrocketing. I told you these people have no solution. You see how we continue to live? The killing the country has become normal. It has become a normal thing. Even condemnation these days. Because these days you just hear it going, as if maybe you say 20 are killed. It has become a normal. This is human life, and people are living their ancestral homes. They are losing ancestral homes. And nothing to be done, and you move into leadership position when you think you have no solution. Come on, let us reason for one.
All right, Mr. Paul, thank you for your contribution. Thank you. Mr. Paul, thank you. All right, let's move on. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Yes, welcome.
Good morning, Femi.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother. This is Ben on the land.
Okay.
Family, you see, I hear that cooking gas now sells at 1,200. Oh, Jesus Christ. You see, now we have school fees on the increase, petrol increase, inflation soaring high, drugs on the increase, everything on the increase, and the salary remains the same. Contract workers among us and the applicants among us, and we are all going the same market with the politicians, the rich, and everything. And worst of all, the palliative dimension is not to be seen. Nothing is being seen. Now, I tell people, if you know you can't remedy any situation, it is very easy. Bow down and go. People are suffering, very honestly.
Okay.
Unless anyone that is not involved. Yes, it is there.
Right.
It's here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good morning to you. Welcome to share.
Good morning, Femi D.
Yes, good morning.
I greet you, Femi D. Oku is my name. I greet all listeners.
Welcome, Okwi.
General, sentenced to 7 years because of how many billion naira?
No.
Hello?
Yes, he was being tried for $1 billion, but eventually was sentenced for.
Femi D, Femi
Yes.
D.
Okay.
Our law encourage criminality. 7 years for how many trillion he stole? People, they're encouraging young boys to join criminality. That's the law.
Okay, let me just mention quickly. That was from a court martial. Okay, that's from a court martial. If the government choose to prosecute him,
our law. We need to work on our law. It's not working. It's so
I wish I could get to you.
For 7 years. Okay, he encouraging this youth.
Okay. So, well, when there's a court, it means it's the military law that is being applied. It's not the general law. So, if the government chooses to bring a challenge or bring a case against him, then you could see, the full measure law against him in another light, completely apart from the court martial was, being placed on there for 7 years. From that. Okay, no problem. Let's take on another call. Good morning.
Good morning, Femi.
Yes, good morning.
This is Papa Shunama explaining you now from Gidamanguru.
All right, welcome.
Yeah, talking about the Israel war, Femi, I will appeal to Hamas to call for dialogue because one Igbo adage says that simply means that you can't fetch an ant-infested firewood and expect not to have overwhelming gathering of lizards. My prayers and concern is for the innocent civilians from both sides who just want to live their normal lives. Cut on this unnecessary power tussle. I pledge peace all over the world, and I call on the good people of the whole world, both the leaders and the led, to everybody to pray that there should be peace in Israel, there be peace in Palestinians, and the Hamas also have peace within themselves. God bless, and may God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, grateful to you. Miri Daniel says, good morning, FMD. Watching from Abuja and Asokoro. That's from Facebook. Garba Shafa says, good morning. It's one from, good morning, Dr. FMD. I'm live from Enugu. Grateful to you as well. Achule Amos says, good morning, FMD. You're doing a great job. Watching you from Ibadan or your state, Dr. Atule Amos. Thank you. Good morning, FMD. Linus Inalu Ogba, watching you in Zone. Thanks for the update. Mustafa Aminu says, good morning, FMD. I'm watching from Zamfara. Thanks. Good morning, FMD. When will killing stop in Nigeria? That's Prince Oji asked that question. Obinike Paul says, Tinubu, like Buhari, is not prepared to govern. You can't just give what you don't have. Clem says, good FMD, how are you today and your loved ones? Gas is now at 1,200 naira, and our so-called leaders are not telling us the truth and are really suffering. Let's do the needful. Mwazu John Lassisi from Jigo Buhari's article certificate with different names. We know what some of you do. When you continue looking for your father's debtors, your mother's creditors will also show up. Okay? Israel, Gaza. Have Hamas and jihadists blamed. They started an attack on Israel first. Senator Abu Solon writes that in. Dr. Mrs. Olebara also joins. He says, God's love for our country is inexplicable, immeasurable, and boundless. So much as if ours is the only country he created, think of the myriad natural resources he bestowed on us and our very climate environment. No earthquakes, no hurricane, no volcanic eruptions. Yet we introduced into this land divine blessings, such plagues as human quakes, economic tsunamis, dog-eating dog culture, human degradation, social retrogression. May God have them people who hate themselves. Take one more call before the break. Okay, Arden, stay true. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Femi D.
Yes, how are you today?
I'm fine. Nothing break the news like the news.
Yes, and I can prove it. Welcome, dear friend.
I agree one of my Friday Muchi. I talk about most especially I hate peace for Israel and Gaza. We are thinking of human life here are dying. Most especially the innocent civilians. And we are being killed just like that. Now we are petrol sell at the rate of 700 naira in Sokoto and Gombe and other parts of the country, while gas is at 1,200 naira. Thank you.
Thank you for your views. Marshall Jacob on YouTube said, good morning, Femi. It's crucial to address the issue of examination malpractice in Nigeria. I'm a teacher, and I strongly believe this is important. The certificate controversy needs to be thoroughly investigated for the benefit of Nigeria. Justice should be the key solution. Ostola Ogban says, good morning, Femi. My prayer are with the people of Israel in this battle with their enemies. God bless Nigeria. Selefas says, good morning, my brother. God bless you for the good job and keeping us up to date. All right, no problem. I'm grateful to you as well. Thanks for your kind words this very morning. All right, well, let's get into it. I was watching through the court process. It was an hour long, but the chance to play it for you about 2 days ago. But the verdict is in around the court-martial process. Let me share with you as well. Now, one minister believes there's a gang up against him. He's asking for concrete roads. Okay, listen to him speak about that. The chairman also speaks on court judgment that relates to Silver Album. Also of interest, Peter Obi's effect demeans Uzma's chances. The Labour Party is speaking on Imo State's election. And yes, the Senate has asked the Deputy Minister to appear before him. I'll share this and much more with you. Stay with me. This is Morning Crossfire with FMD Live. I'll be back.
New shows, new hosts, new realities, true conversations, trustworthy ideas, shared passionately on your number one talk station of the nation. Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja.
Nothing news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and engage differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.